Hello and welcome. This is Rooflemonger, my friends. It's that time again. It's trailer breakdown time, as we have a new trailer for Lydia, our favorite Polish Prime Minister karate expert in Tekken 8. And we get a little bit of prowess being shown here, punching out the stakes, knocking down the ice. Now, Lydia is no Chong Li, but then again, nobody is. You know, ice boards don't hit back. But still a good enough showing, and of course we got the trailer. We're going to get our first look at gameplay, and Lydia's got some nice changes and a lot of new fun and interesting things to play around with. So as you would expect here on the channel, let's get into the details about everything we see in this trailer. So out of the gate, we can see some new toys here. Lydia ducks the high and then bops Leroy with a new move. So this is either while standing or a full crouch, I'm not sure which, but a big circular kick, sort of similar to Ford 434 kick, which actually will change as we'll find out later in the video. So maybe they moved that kick here and gave it a new ender, I don't know. But yeah, so new move out of the gate, and then we pressure after the hit. We go for standing 1-2-2, and it transitions into the Catfoot Stance 2, because there's two Catfoot stances. And if you're somehow unaware about the character, Lydia is all about doing something that transitions into one of her karate stances. And in the Catfoot Stance, then we shift to 4-4, and this is just slightly different than it was before in Tekken 7. Like, the move remains the same, it's the knockback that's different. So in Tekken 7, when you do this move, the opponent's knocked on their stomach, and at the follow-up, they're just kind of on their stomach facing away. Here, they're on their back facing towards you, and depending on the ability to roll, I'm not sure. It looks like in Tekken 8, just might leave you a lot closer when it's all said and done. One of the changes where it's hard to tell everything, you know, just by looking at it. We got to get our hands on like the game in training mode, but hey, there is a difference for sure. And now here's something that's pretty different. It looks like Lydia has an all-new stance. So we go into forward 4-2, and then she strikes that pose. Normally, forward 4-2 does transition into a stance, but only on hit, not on block. Here, it's happening on block, and it's a completely different stance, one that she doesn't really have before. And we're going to see this one a couple times later in the trailer as well. So, new stance, gotta show it off, right? Immediately out of it, we go for a big leaping attack, which is a low crush here. You can see Leroy's trying to go low, and well, he gets bopped, right? And then Lydia goes for forward 1+2, because this does leave him in the combo okay state. Moving forward, more new toys. So again, this is Catfoot Stance 2, and she does a leaping back, which she could do already, but before she only had one option out of the leap back, which was an unblockable attack. Now she's got a new set of kicks to work with here, knocking Feng down. And hey, more options from your stances, that's always better in my books. So then back in Catfoot Stance, and then shows a nice, you know, hey, better pay attention camera shift, right? Because after Catfoot Stance 1+2, we're now shifting into Stalking Wolf Stance. Then Stalking Wolf 2, and that just kind of flips Feng over, so this all might be a natural combo. Now, next up we have this whole sequence, and some people might be of two minds about this, because we got some new stuff, but this new stuff is at the expense of some old stuff here. So first up, full circle tracking kick, I think that's new, and then we have this change right here. So this is down back 3, and immediately goes into the new stance that we saw earlier. So I think that means down back 3-2, which was a pretty strong move, just automatically knocked down low, and like it needed a clean hit, but you were just directly on top of them after the fact. So I think that's gone in favor for this. You'll get the low, you'll shift into stance, and you'll get like whatever mix-up pressure the stance will allow you to get, but not necessarily here's the cash out of damage immediately, and then, you know, pressuring them on their wake up. And then from here, we get some new toys again, right? A lot of things are changing up all at once. So from the new stance, we get a Power Crush full circle tracking chop that looks like Feng's got to hold it, like the block animation's pretty long at least. And then this move also transitions directly into the Stalking Wolf stance. And we see here Stalking Wolf 4, which has 2 hits now, the actual kick, and then a big old overhead karate chop. So before, the move just connected and that was it, right? You get the low, you get the knockdown, there's no follow-ups. Now there is a follow-up, and hopefully as long as it's guaranteed, that means you'll be getting more damage out of that low setup. So you may be losing damage on regular down back 3, but in stances you may be gaining damage on other lows, at least hopefully. And then we see Lydia here with Jin. We have a rival intro. Lydia not mentioning Jin starting World War III, which probably wasn't great for Poland, but I guess she forgave him because Jin has a good heart. Now we're going to be seeing some of the defensive aspects of Lydia here. So as you can see here, bops him with the big counter. So 1, 2 gets the 3 ducked, but then she goes into her down back 3+4 counter and bops Jin on the other side of things and gets the forward 3 follow-up. Next up, the punch parry with the 2, 1, 2 follow-up. Next up, we got more new tricks here. So while standing 4-2, so regular while standing string, can now directly go into cat foot 2 stance. So we get more tricks. And then also cat foot 2, stand 3. I know it's a lot of words and a lot of numbers, but this is also a power crush attack now, as you can see by the flame. Now it doesn't connect, but it is there, as you can plainly see. Now we can see more buffs in action here. So we have down forward 1+2, the elbow. And as you can see, it kind of like takes the hit, right? It parries the hit. And before, this only worked on punches. And this is very clearly a kick, right? So I guess it kind of catches everything now. And the blue spark after the fact is the guaranteed follow-up if you get the parry to go off. And then bops him to send him on his way. And now we're going to see Heat Mode Lydia. And Heat Mode Lydia is scary. So first, hey, here's the Heat Smash. Everyone needs a Heat Smash, right? Hers is appropriately animated, very, proper karate, right? Now, Lydia also has a rival cutscene against Reina. And this one's very silly because she calls her out for sucker punching her. And like, what? They're looking directly at each other, about to fight. Reina's spinning and rolling around on the ground. Like, this is not a sucker punch. This is... I don't know what your definition of a sucker punch is, but this is not it. So anyways, more fun buffs here. We've got a string going into Stalking Wolf. And it looks like Stalking Wolf 1, you can now hold down the buttons for big time advantage frames and also chip damage. And even more addition, so down 3, 1... now has a follow-up. Didn't have a follow-up before. It was just down 3-1, right? So now it looks like down 3-1-2. And that's just a big old blast to the face, sending Reina flying. Now, Heat Mode Lydia is where things are getting real silly, y'all. Like, look at this nonsense right here. Okay, so big hit goes into the new stance. Sure, but look what Reina's doing. Reina's doing a power crush. And this move that's hitting Reina is not a low. This is beating her armor clean. As far as I can tell, tell me in the comments if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure nothing beats armor in the game other than things like Heat Smashes and Rage Arts and stuff like that. Certainly not a regular mid vanilla strike. So that's pretty interesting. Lydia has armor breakers. And then more fun toys. So big string here. We got the cinematic camera angle out on this one. And then we go into Heaven and Earth stance. And you can notice the flame, right? So Heaven and Earth stance is being empowered by Heat Mode. And to pretty decent consequences, we're going to find out. So first off here, after Heaven and Earth stance, we get the big follow-up here, multi-hitting, enhance, because we can see the little graphics happening. Got like a little Polish eagle on her fist, something like that. Keeping forward in heat here, we have Run 1, which also transitions to Heaven and Earth stance. And I feel that's going to be like plus 1 billion or something. And then Heaven and Earth 1+2 and just big old knockdown. And again, we see the particle effects, the eagle effects. More Heat Madness, so Heaven and Earth in Heat stance looks like it has an auto parry attached to it. Reina's attack is just kind of casually flung aside, and then we re-enter the stance. And then from here, we got my favorite part of the trailer. So Power Crush mid, once again, that little Polish eagle, and this is an armored launcher. Armored launcher, not just, a regular old Power Crush, not like, some of the crazier ones are heat engagers or whatever. No, this bad boy launches you. Armored launchers. That's right, baby. Mortal Kombat X is back. The age of the armored launcher has returned. Tekken 8 new guest character Kotal Khan inbound. So after this, Stalking Wolf 2 relaunches. Down forward 4-2 now creates a tornado state. It wasn't a tailspin OK move in Tekken 7, so that's change. Then back 3-4, quarter circle forward 1+2 for the blue sparks. Next might be an up back 1 reanimated. Some moves are getting reanimated in Tekken 8. Back 2-3, back 1+2, forward 4-3-4 with a new kick ender. See, I told you at the beginning of the video it would come back to this point, right? I keep my promises. And then forward 4 with like maybe a new hit grab animation, like how Paul's works, where he dumps you on your head. New to me anyways. And then, hey, it's Rage Art time. This is how we end every Tekken 8 trailer. And her Rage Art's pretty cool. Teleporting you to the White Void. That Polish eagle we talked about here coming out in full force. Cool text in the background. I cannot read Polish to save my life. I'm sorry. Someone in the comments hopefully can translate for you. And now the people of Poland have been finally saved. And we have a little cute ender here. She's looking for somewhere to eat and just rocking a notepad with all sorts of little notes inside of it. And then Lydia's out sometime nebulously in summer. You would assume a June release date, although that's certainly not a guarantee. But at minimum, you would think, I don't know, you would think that she would be live in time for EVO this year in Vegas. Because when it's EVO in Vegas, you know, whenever Tekken 8 finals are done, we have to have another trailer, right? We got to move this train along. Now, who could those next characters be? I don't know. You know, I got some guesses. Lydia was guest number 1, and that turned out to be a thing. So, you know, check the video description for this video if you want to find out potentially more about who might be next. So, for my money, fun changes, fun trailer. I'm certainly no Lydia main, so if there's any nuances you feel I may have missed, by all means, please post those in the comments below. It's my take on what we're seeing anyways. But yeah, Lydia's got a lot of fans, and she looks good. Like, this is a really good rendition of Lydia. I like the whole outfit here. I love the just going ham on the Poland theme. Not much else to say other than, I guess I like it, and I'm looking forward to her launch. So all that said, my friends, that is the video. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some Tekken.